Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Culture Shift with Jocelyn Jovan, our podcast aimed at inspiring the leaders of tomorrow, brought to you by Black Enterprise. Here, we like to review the success stories of today's tastemakers to encourage those who dare to dream big. Today, we're going inside one phenomenal woman's inspiring journey of going from a homeless teen mom to a successful multi-million-dollar beauty boss and star on WeTV's Brat Loves Judy. Join me in giving a warm welcome to Kaleidoscope Hair mogul, Jesseca Harris-Dupart. So, hi, Jesseca. How are you?
I'm good. I don't have any complaints.
I'm sure blessed, booked, busy. How's the family?
The family is good. Family is good. Growing.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes. Tell us where you are at mentally and physically ahead of expanding your family.
Uh, I think I hadn't wrapped my head around it. We have our gender reveal tomorrow. I think it's slowly but surely, becoming a reality. Because even the ultrasound, it's like I've seen that before. So it's like, okay, so this is really about to happen. Ordering like baby shoes and baby furniture and stuff. So yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for you too. I know the gender reveal is going to be all over social media because it's probably hard for you to be able to keep things private.
Yes, I like being transparent. As far as physically, though, I feel like my back gave out this morning, so I feel like my age,
Oh,
I feel like this time around is gonna be a little different. So
right, right. But
yeah.
let just take us back because these days most people focus on your marriage to the brat. She is a rap legend. But you built a brand and business long before meeting the brat. So tell us about your journey going from a hairstylist to the multi-million dollar CEO you are today.
Oh sure. Yeah. So I could say that I had a passion for doing hair for a very long time. I was a kid, like 5 or 6, putting barrettes and bows in my dad's hair, which he let me do. Spoiled rotten. Um, And my parents always, to me, wanted to see like a doctor or a lawyer, but I never wanted to see that for my life. Like I was the teenager that got in trouble because I was sneaking people in the house, but sneaking people in the house to do their hair. So, you know, in me pursuing my dreams, I went after what I wanted to do versus what my parents wanted me to do. I was a rebellious teen, had children at 15, 17, and 19. So I had definitely had my hands full. Got put out the house at the age of 17, but I still was a person, like I got put out the house, but I still was doing hair. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, followed my dreams, I guess you could say, because all I know is I like to do hair. So it's not like I, like said, hey, this is my goal, but I just really like to do hair. Um, Followed my dreams of doing hair, was licensed, I think, by the age of 20, still a licensed hairstylist. Worked in different salons. Finally got my own salon um, with my partner at the time. From there, I decided I wanted to have my own business because I had big ideas and big dreams, and everybody doesn't understand a vision that you might have. So I felt like let me pursue this singularly. Um, since I was very passionate about it, I opened up Kaleidoscope Hair Studio, which birthed Kaleidoscope Hair Products. So Kaleidoscope Hair Studio was my baby. It was a salon that was fully loaded with colors. It's like it looked like a crayon box. I had a stripe of green on the wall, purple, white, pink, blue. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yes. So now, I mean, I myself, I haven't had kids yet, but I come from a family, a line of teen moms. I understand just that life and even that struggle and just how much more difficult it is to grow up while being a mother, and raising children. But not only did you do that, but you also defied the odds. Like, tell us about your drive and your determination to succeed and follow your passion while having 3 young children and you being a child yourself.
Honestly, I feel like um I'm the youngest of all of my siblings. And I feel like my dad spoiled me. So I didn't understand no. So I think as crazy as that may sound, I don't understand no, and I don't understand impossible, and I don't understand, oh, that's hard. I don't understand that. So I feel like if there's something that I want, I really believe that anything is possible. So I think for me, it's the determination of going until you get to that possible. It might be far fetched to many, but I feel like if God's giving you a vision, He's gonna make sure to provide a way. Now, it might not happen in 2 to 3 days.
Right.
Keep going, no matter what the hurdles are. And then I also feel like the uglier the story, the better. It's almost like reality TV. They love drama. It's almost like the uglier the story, the better the ending is. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
So,
And like, what were some of the challenges you faced? I mean, with opening your own brick and mortar and then even your own product line.
I actually had a fire. I opened my salon in 2013, and then less than 6 months in, one of the stylists left one of her things on, which wound up being a faulty hair tool, and the whole place. I lost the whole place. The thing that I had put my heart and my soul in. I'm talking. I picked out beautiful chandeliers and all of these over the top things because that's what I wanted to have. Um, I lost it in a matter of moments, but being a person one that's from New Orleans who in Katrina lost everything, it was like, okay, well, I mean, it's not like it's the end. It's just you got to go get the material things again. So
Right.
when that happened, the most amazing thing was that the word spread like wildfire. No pun intended. Um, and so the community kind of chipped in. Like the stylists were donating equipment and were donating hair products and was trying to donate capes and all of these different things because it was me and it was like 4 or 5 other people that was in my salon. And I felt a huge responsibility at that point, since the world is watching, or since New Orleans was watching, to be able to have a positive outcome. Because I felt like if I show them that I'm able to, if I'm able to move past this hurdle, then anything is possible for them as well. So I felt like I had to come bigger and better. And when I went back, I needed to sell my hair products, and it needed to be better than what it was. I felt
Right.
like we got to show these people that yeah, you can lose everything, but then you can get it back 10 times better.
Wow. So you just always had that winning mindset, that winner's mindset.
I just feel like if you stay in the place of being down, you're gonna stay there. It's like you got to get out of.
Mhm.
You
Right.
got to get out. You walking towards good, or it's to me there's always a rainbow. You just got to find it. So are you gonna stay right here where you upset, or are you gonna go through the turmoil just to get to the rainbow? You're gonna get there eventually, no matter what it is. I really feel like that.
And so now, this whole time, you are still a mother of three. How are you balancing building an empire and your role as a mother?
Oh my god, let my kids tell it, who are old enough to be able to tell it.
Mm,
I might not have been as present as I would have wanted to be. That's why this time around I feel like I want to be very mindful of that.
mhm.
But um, yeah, I had to sacrifice time with my children, or they just had to come to the shop with me. Like my children were raised in a beauty salon. That's the best way to put it. They did their homework in the dryer room. Or if they had, if they participated in some activities I could make it to, and some activities I couldn't. So just was sacrificing time with my children, but they also on the back end of it got to go with whatever school they wanted to go to, whatever
Yes.
college to go to, you
Yes.
know,
Yes.
just.
And what were some early lessons you learned about running a business and managing a team, having employees, having a staff?
Uh, I think that everybody's different, right? So, with me being a hairstylist that was appointment only, and I would be booked if I gave my client to somebody else. Everybody's different. Everybody's different, and you have to learn people and kind of meet people where they are. Because I feel like both people can be effective, and both services can be effective. It's just understanding people's differences.
So you got your products in some major retailers. I want to make sure I'm getting them right. Walmart.
Walmart, Target, Walgreens, CVS. Sally Beauty.
I mean,
My
that's
right.
a good. That's a good.
Myers, Nordstrom Rack.
Wow,
I think it's Bed Bath and Beyond. Yeah, it's a list. Yeah.
that's amazing. So, just tell us a little of that journey of getting you a black woman owned beauty care line, um, getting your products and major retailers, getting them to believe in what you were already doing. What was that journey like?
I think a lot of people have this glamorized thing where I'm going to make a product, I'm going to tell them I want it here, and I'm going to do this, or I'm going to make a product, I'm going to put it in stores, and people are going to go. I feel like a lot of people do not even understand the complexity of what that even looks like.
Mm,
You know, go into a retailer, like I was about to say, let's dissect that first. When you go into a retailer, they order your products and they pay you 30 to 45 days later, the product that you've already paid for. So even if you were to have an opportunity to do that, if you don't have the proper capital, if you don't have the proper inventory, if you don't have the proper system set up, it could actually it could be crippling. So I was blessed to be able to start mine a little bit smaller. Like I was everything that I did was social media based in the beginning. So I was selling direct to consumer for a very long time, making brand awareness, growing our following, making people know who we are, understand the product. I wasn't just saying, "Hey, I sell this and it does this."
yes, yes.
I was known for disruptive marketing where we did a remake of like Cops, where we did something called the Edge Police in real time with real people. We were slicking the edges down. So the consumer didn't even realize they was watching a tutorial because it was funny, but you saw before and after. So I feel like with garnering community, which with being able to understand my demographic and sustain substantial sales over the years, when you present yourself to these retail partners, they're gonna want you, or you're gonna have better leveraging, or hey, you know what? I don't want that many doors, or hey, I do want to go in that many stores, and I want to offer you this, and I want to offer you that, because just because you put it on shelf don't mean the customer's gonna buy it.
Hmm.
Just
Right.
because it's on Walmart shelf don't mean the customer's going to buy. You still have to have a marketing plan on the back end to make sure to drive the traffic there. And driving the traffic there is far different from driving the traffic to online.
Yes.
But anyway, I said all of that to say I built the brand name um, for a while, and then I started looking into retail partnerships after I had hit like the hair stores, the beauty supply. The beauty supply is where I started
Hmm.
in a few stores, and then 20 stores, then a few hundred stores. Then I was like, okay, well, what is this gonna look like if we go bigger? What's this going to look like if we go to like a Sally or a Target or a Walmart? Or what does that even look like? But then understanding the different levels of business and the different cost of business per retailer, and understanding the demographic of my customer and how my customer might be more of a Walmart customer versus an Ulta customer. Or my customer might be more of a this customer versus a that customer. So understanding where to place it, when to place it, and how to price it.
Ooh, you just dropped some major keys. And I hope when people watch this back, they pick them up, especially if they are looking to acquire the success that you have in the beauty industry. Um, and you also use Kaleidoscope to give back to the community. Can you tell us about some of your charitable and philanthropic efforts with your company?
Sure. I have a 501(c)(3) that my CPA forced me to get. Not because I didn't want to give, but because of my tax bracket. If I give somebody $200, it actually costs me $300. So that makes no sense. So I'm C3, and I've now taken on my giving and trying to do it a little bit more strategically, because for me, I have a big heart, and hey, I want to give this person a car, I want to give this person this that and the other, which it all can happen, but to be done properly, and to have your tax shelters, and to not be taxed on top of being taxed on top of
Mhm.
being taxed. It's just a certain way you have to do it.
Yeah.
Like my nonprofit has it's not necessarily about, oh, I have a certain mission to do this or do that. I feel like we definitely wholeheartedly, transparently did that because I give during the year and I find different things that run across me that I feel, the knack to give, and I want to make sure that that I'm not being double taxed on it.
Mm. And so, now a mother of three, almost soon to be four. With your business empire, is it something that you plan to pass down to your children?
That's I talked about with my financial advisors recently and what that looks like and how we do spread it, and if we are going to spread it, when we start to train the children in it, because I didn't expect this for myself. Even though I raised my children in a beauty shop, I didn't raise them to understand retail or understand the business, or what I've decided to do was sit down with my children and see what they want to do. I don't want to force them to have to carry on something if they don't want to carry it on. And I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know if that means, hey, I'm just going to, at this whole entire time until I pass away, I'm just going to let it be what it's going to be
Mhm.
and figure it out at the end. I don't know if it's exploring options 10 years from now. I just really don't know. I feel like I would really love to hear from my children, which I kind of feel like I know what they're going to say, but to see if they want to have anything to do with it. One of my children is at the warehouse every day working. One of my other children does, and not even for me. He went and got a whole like marketing degree from his from the University of Houston, and he works for a totally different company anyway. So, and then I have my daughter who, she's kind of whatever she wants to do at the time. So, if they can align and figure it out, I don't mind, but I want to make sure that's what they want. I don't want to put it on them and then it becomes a burden and also becomes valueless.
Right. And you are expanding the product line, correct me if I'm wrong, with something that has to do with the brat.
Yeah, yep. We launched that in January. We have Kaleidoscope by the Brat. That's our first licensing deal. Because I definitely did it by the book. Because I want my beautiful to get her coins, to understand what it's like to get her coins. I've been trying to educate her more on different business ventures because she's kind of straight and narrow into what she knows, and I don't mind doing this, but if it takes too much time, I don't want to do it. So we got a licensing deal with her. She's doing very well with it. I am super excited because now she's super happy about expanding her different entrepreneur ventures and doing different things. So yeah.
That is beautiful. And so, you're both sharing, you remain very transparent on social media and on your show. And tell us how being so transparent has helped, being on Brat Loves Judy and social media. How has it helped your business?
Um. So I learned how to leverage things. So when we had Brat Loves Judy season one, I put a commercial between all of the breaks. Second season, I think I did two commercials per show. But what I like is that the participation that I have with WeTV, I'm able to promote the product because it's a part of my story, and also be able to align with them on having visibility of commercialing or having visibility of different things. So, yeah.
Mm, beautiful.
And the first year, I think our numbers in retail skyrocketed like 700%.
Oh my gosh, this is just
Um,
so
right during
inspiring to hear.
during the Brad Loves Judy run, it skyrocketed 700% because of the commercials runs.
Wow, come on now. And how does it feel being able to share your love story with the world and help break stigmas around marriage and family?
I I think everything that kind of runs across my lap that be something phenomenal is something that I never expected. I never said, "Let me go be on TV."
Right.
I just wound up falling in love with somebody that had something to do with a damn TV show, and she wound up saying, "Well, can you do an episode with me?" And I did it, and then people got interested. I'm like, "Why do they even care?" But now in seeing it, because one of the things that I mentioned earlier today was that it's real uncomfortable. Like I remember we were having our first big argument of our whole relationship,
Mm,
and the cameras was there. And she was like, "Cut the cameras, put the people out." I said, "Let the camera stay. Let the camera stay the whole entire time, and let them watch whatever this turns into, because I know we're gonna figure it out. I know we're gonna." make something good of this. It's not just going to end here, so let the camera stay. So now we've learned to be able to have those really, really uncomfortable moments. Because one of the ones I will never forget, and it was one of the biggest blow ups of the show, she didn't want to let me help her with her lawsuit that she was going up against, where the lady was suing her for the stuff that happened a long time ago. And we weren't married at the time. And I'm like, why? She's like, because they're going to come after you. And they're going to do this and they're going to do that. But I'm like, but if, first of all, excuse my language, if this is stopping us from getting married, that's a problem. Two, if we're supposed to be a unit, why, what does it even matter? Like, what does it even matter if I've accepted you for better or for worse, for all of your scars, all of your bruises, all of that, and you've accepted me for the same? In our relationship, it's okay for me to have to step in and do some things sometime, just like it's okay for you to have to step in and do that sometime. And when we did that, when we had that scene and we posted it, and we got like 4,000, 5,000 comments of different people. And this is heterosexual, homosexual, people that are non-binary, saying how I keep on trying to have this conversation with my significant other. I keep on having this, and I felt like, okay.
Mhm.
So because watching it back also is painful because it opens it back up and it makes you feel it all over again. But then once she saw that, we were like, okay, this is bigger than us. This is bigger than our feeling at the moment. And we are getting people past some things and we are helping people. And that's all that matters.
Right. So, what's your favorite? I mean, I'm sure there's a ton, but what is one of your favorite things about being in a high profile relationship with the brat?
So I don't even know about the being a high profile. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize Brett, as hard as her exterior is, she is the most nurturing person that I met my whole entire life. This lady right now, her struggle is that pregnancy. I be trying to tell her to sit down, stop, because she wants to tie my shoe. She wants to help me with my earrings. She wants to do all of that, and she's been there to me this whole entire time.
Right, right.
But during pregnancy, she needs to sit back and like relax and like be okay. And let me feed the dogs and let me do this and let me do that. So that has been like I've never met anybody so like
Yeah.
so nurturing and so caring and so thoughtful. So that's my biggest thing. The high profile side of it, it's 50 good and 50 bad. I ain't gonna lie. It's not 80 good. It's
Yes.
50 good, 50 bad.
Yeah.
Because even if you wanted to kind of like when because we're different, we're very different too. I feel like I'm a person that a lot of people, because I'm so transparent, a lot of people walk up to me and tell me their story and hug me, this, that, and the other. She likes her bubble. She likes her personal space. So if we somewhere somebody grabs on her, she will, she's turning around about to like, who the fuck is touching me?
Chicago.
So yes. So out at the airport and somebody, grabs me to give me a hug or something, I don't mind hugging them. But she's like, why is that person touching you? So that's why I say I love her, but the high profile, because then that turns into now it's a thing.
Right, right. Well, you were touching on it a bit, but tell us how you've been supporting her during the pregnancy.
I have tried to be very helping her educate herself.
Mhm.
No question is silly to me. No question is too far fetched. Even down to beautiful. When do I have to start drinking milk to put the milk in my breast to breastfeed? I'm like, like no question is silly because not only is she a first time mom, she never did any research on none of this because she never expected to be able to be here.
Mhm.
So I'm very sensitive to that. And then watching her journey, falling in love with the whole process. So between answering her questions, if she wants to go get an ultrasound, first of all, she asked me for an ultrasound machine. Not the little bitty one, but the one that the doctors have. And I was like, okay, let's just figure this out. So I make sure to make time to reach out to our doctor when we come back in. She wants to see it, make sure the baby is good. And, whatever it is she wants to eat right now, because we have what's called a geriatric pregnancy. They call it when you over 40, that's what they call it.
Oh,
I know. And since she has high blood pressure, we had to get on the low salt diet. So when she wants something that she can't have, I get on my phone. I try to find a very close alternative because I don't want her to feel. Because right now, when I ask her to stop doing things, I feel like you're trying to say I'm handicapped. No, you're not handicapped, but you're pregnant. So just trying to support her in all aspects while letting her
oh.
be her. And being in her leader role and her role of always wanting to do stuff for everybody. So
Yes. So, we're going into season 3. What, I know we're going to get to see this journey. What will be revealed, or what can you tease and share about this new season?
Um, I guess I could tell you that our pregnancy trial wasn't our first try. And so that's covered in the show. And then, maybe some family hiccups. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Have you guys already got baby names?
We don't find out the gender until tomorrow. Gender reveal is actually tomorrow.
Yeah,
So I have a couple of things that Beautiful was thinking about, but she says she does not want to share them. So
of course.
they're not solid yet, though. I'll tell you that. We're not solid at all yet.
Okay, well, we'll keep our ear to the streets on this gender reveal. We'll be tuned in for season 3, and just continue blessings to you and the success of your empire.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, of course. Continue being transparent and just helping inspire and motivate and educate and share insight to our community. It's very much needed and very much appreciated.